Hey folks, how's it going? Movement Monday here with our host Ray Reyes and new host Hampton McCullough. Hampton, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hampton McCullough is stepping in for Ryan Stockdale. Ryan, going forward, is going to be focusing on other projects. So Hampton has volunteered to be the other side of this conversation for me or with me, and I'm very excited to have her as my co-host going forward. Changes up the dynamic a little bit from just two older guys to now having a little bit more younger female blood in here, and it's super exciting moving on and moving forward. Hampton, do you want to take a few seconds to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you've been? I know that you've been on with us once before, but let's if we can take a few minutes to just learn a little bit more about Hampton.
Hi, guys. My name's Hampton. I am a mom. I'm 27 years old and I live in Alaska. And I'm so excited to be a part of this. And I feel that we have some really big things coming, and that is so exciting. Um, Thanks for allowing me to be here, Ray.
Good deal, yeah. And tell me a little bit about your fitness and your your athletic background, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. I've been an athlete my whole life. I played college soccer, and I then had a baby. And after that, I was like, I'm only getting older. So I wanted to really focus on um, getting healthy again and prioritizing movement. And that I have two non negotiables in my fitness journey right now. And those two things are I hit 10K steps a day. That's a non-negotiable. I also am at 160 to 200 ounces of water a day. That's a non-negotiable. And I really have, just in the last like 6 months, it is such a mindset change. Once you change that mindset from I have to go to the gym, it's to I get to go to the gym is like huge. And that
100%. Yeah.
that clicked in my brain in the last 6 months. I get to go to the gym. I get to wake up every day. My legs work. It's not ugh anymore. So that I don't know. Sorry, I'm
No,
kind of rambling on that, but I
no, it's perfect,
take
and
that
it does. I
mindset.
mean, yeah, and it helped. I mean, your mind prioritizes differently based on how you approach it, and so I 100% agree. People always ask me, why do you go? How do you manage to get up? To go at 5 in the morning to go to the gym, and it's not a manage. It's basically my job. Granted, on 2 days of the week, it is my job because I
Yeah,
have to coach at 5 in the morning. But the other 3 days, I choose to go, and so
right.
and even on Saturdays, I'm there at 7 or 7:30 in the morning because I need to get it out of the way. I have other priorities, other responsibilities that I have to take care of, and so I know that it's done, it's out of the way, and I can't make excuses later on in the day. So I I, I feel that 100%.
Yeah, isn't it crazy, like, also the, like, tone it sets for the
Yes.
day? I
Uh
used
huh.
to be such a workout at night, like, after my day was done, like, that would be my cap of the day, but now I go first thing in the morning, not 5 a.m., but, like, 9 in the
Yeah.
morning, 9 to, like, 11, and it sets the tone for the whole day, like,
Yeah.
it's a whole change to my
Yeah.
day. So, that
No, yeah, yeah, totally, and that's my thing is even when I don't have to work, I like to get those in as early as possible. So like I said, I go at 7 or 7:30 on Saturdays, mainly because Cruz has soccer, and or baseball or whatever sport that he's playing on that day, and so I want to get it out of the way, and it does set the tone, and it makes me feel like I am still doing something for myself. On top of that, then I make time to be husband, be
right.
dad,
Yep.
and so later in the day. So
You gotta
for
fill
sure,
your own cup to pour into others.
yeah. Well, good, good. Let's get into our topic of discussion for today, March 4th, 2024, and that says it all right there. March 4th. Dad jokes aside, I love it every year. Anybody that knows me, that's been worked in an office with me, that's been around me on March 4th, knows that I love to use that term. March 4th. It's the only day of the year that's a command. March 4th, and it has so much in that. And it's something that we should all be living by every day. Life's going to happen, so we got to march forth, and that's the thing. Moving forward, moving on to the next thing. It's kind of pivotal in where we're going with changes within our company, changes within this movement Monday here. We got to march forth. We got to keep going. We got to stay strong. And as we start to the third month of this first quarter of 2024, Ryan and I had talked about it in the past, but a lot of people fall off after that first month. More people fall off after the second one. This is the start of the third month. This is go time. We're getting close to summer. Spring is just a couple weeks away. It's time to march forth, set that mindset, and get yourself going to that next level, and make sure that you're staying on track, to keep with everything that you set. All the goals that you set forth for yourself at the beginning of the year. It's not too late to start. It's time to march forth. Let's move on to that next level. And if you've hit those goals already, march forth towards that next goal. It's not the end all be all. Goals aren't meant to say, I got here, I can chill now. They're meant for you to hit that goal and set another goal and get higher, get further, be better than you were previously. Whether it's daily, whether it's monthly, whether it's annually, whatever it is, just keep growing, march forth. Thoughts, ideas, Hampton?
Well, when I hear March 4th, I just think take the leap. Like, just take the step. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard. The
Yeah.
first step is hard. Going to the gym for the first time is hard, but everything's hard. So you choose your hard, honestly. Like, you just have to take the step and it gets easier. But the
Yeah.
first step is the hardest one. And once you get by, it's the best thing ever.
There's a statement that I've heard used many times before, and it's the heaviest weight at the gym is the door. It's opening the door to that gym to get yourself inside, and then once you're there, you've already made great progress. You're already winning because you brought yourself in there. Now it's just time to do something, and some days are going to be better than others, obviously. But the days that you don't feel like running, you still get yourself in there. Hopefully, you get at least a quarter into your workout, and you're like, all right, I'm glad I'm here. You find that. But there's going to be days where you're just like, I have to get through the movement or through the motions, through the movements, and just get it done. And just to say you did it, but also, you're a lot better off than you did if you had just stayed home on that couch, stayed home in bed. You're attacking it. You're getting it done. So
Yeah.
for sure.
Even like not even just going to the gym, like
Mhm.
go out for a
Yes.
walk. Just get off the couch,
Thank you for that.
Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, because people are so intimidated by the gym.
Very much so.
And I get it. Like
Mhm.
like we said, the first day is hard, but it doesn't even have to be the first day going to the gym. Movement.
Yeah. Well, though, and that that's so important because a lot of people discount walking as movement, and we've talked about that in the past um, on this channel. But I actually watched a TikTok or not a TikTok, a reel this morning on Instagram about a guy. He talks about I want to lose my gut. What do I do? And it's like less protein or less carbs and more protein. That's going to help you. And it's like, and then also get on the treadmill and move. And it's like, well, my knees hurt. I can't run. It's like, well, walk. Just move. It's it's a matter of just getting yourself moving, and walking it can be such a big thing. So at Orange Theory, where I coach, we have 3 different levels that people can hit on the treadmill. It's either a runner, a walker, a jogger, or a runner. And so for the first quarter of 2024, I've decided that I'm going to power walk on the treadmill, which normally I'm kind of between a jogger and a runner. And it's a mental game on top of it is a physical game, but I'm trying to gain muscle, so I'm trying not to burn so much on the treadmills. But I'm also finding that I kick my power walking up, so I'm still burning a ton because it's weird for me because I'm competitive, and I don't know where it comes from because I didn't play any sports in school. But it's super, or it's very much of a competitive with myself. Is I got to challenge myself.
Right.
I got to know that I got that in, and that's the thing. Power walking, or walking is huge, and if I see somebody, walking, and I can tell that they're working, whether it's outside, whether it's in the mall, because, we have those mall power walkers. And so,
Yeah.
um, but they're moving, and it's just always kind of a sense of, I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's why I really prioritize my steps though.
yes.
Like, because it's a goal every day,
Uh-huh.
10K steps, it makes me get up and go on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Just that's like a small thing that
Yeah.
people can
What
get is getting your steps in.
What do you use to track your steps?
I use an Apple Watch, but I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
you can I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but like if you don't have a watch or something on your phone, I don't know.
Hmm.
Obviously, you're not going to be holding your phone on the treadmill, but if you have a watch or a Garmin or a Fitbit, you can track.
Yeah. Cool. No, I use an Apple Watch too. I don't pay as much attention to my steps as I do on my movement goal. But typically my movement goal is done by 8 o'clock in the morning at
Yeah.
the latest. so,
Yeah,
so
you better
I,
up those.
you know, talking about competition, I think that it's time for me to set a new goal. We have our challenge coming up starting today, March 4th, with Innovative. It's a Healthy Habits Challenge, and it's a little bit different this time. It's previously been focused mainly on weight management, and with this one, kind of took a different approach. And it's weight management is just a bonus part of healthy habits, and so I love that we've changed that up, changed that messaging up, and changed the focus up. But when I registered, I had to put in a step goal, and for whatever reason, 10,000 hit my brain, and I'm like, well, I can do that. I'm sure that I can. And so it's funny that you say that your goal is 10,000 steps, because that's what I set for mine.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to go into. Can you set that to tell you when you hit it, or does it just you
Not
just have to track?
steps.
No,
No, not
okay.
steps. I think it's just like your calorie, your stand, and exercise ring. Like
Movement.
how
Yeah,
many
yeah,
minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. No, and that's I pretty much close all those. I'm standing now because I like to stand when I'm doing these things.
Yep.
I've learned that it helps me to be
We
feel
need the
less.
walking pad.
There we go. That'd be a thing. Let's go. I'm moving while I'm talking about movement. So that's next level right there. So oh boy, did I set myself up to be challenged by Hampton every week? So it's all good though.
I
We love
something
challenges, right?
sorry, but something popped into my brain when you were just talking about like getting movement and watching people power walk through the mall and stuff. And
Hmm.
I just wanted to add to it. Um, I'm not saying you have to go to the gym, but for people that have a hard time marching forth, no one's watching you. No one's looking at you at the gym.
Hmm.
And that feeling is in yourself. So be in competition with yourself. I just wanted to add to that. You're you're only in competition with yourself. No
Yeah,
one's watching you. Like that it's hard for people to go to the gym, like we said. So I just wanted to add that no one cares what you do. No one's watching you because that feeling of am I doing something wrong? I don't know how to work this machine. Things like that. I don't know. That just
yeah.
popped into my brain that you're only
Well,
in
and
with
yeah,
yourself.
exactly. And what I will add is that typically, if there is somebody watching you, it's out of admiration.
Right. Yes.
And admiration comes in different ways. But also, there's the people there like me and like you that want to help.
Right.
And so, there's, it, I work out where I work, so it's hard for me to not watch people and not
Right.
correct. And so I'm the exception there, but because it's my job.
Yes.
Um, but also, when I used to work out in a traditional gym, if I had a workout buddy that was great, we'd watch each other. But yeah, we weren't watching anybody else.
Right.
But
But
if you see
I was saying
somebody,
like no one's judging how you're doing something.
not at all. And that's the thing, though. But and sometimes you need help, and so if somebody's watching you, it's because they want your help.
Mhm.
And not everybody's going to be comfortable going up to somebody in the gym and saying, "Hey, I suck at these. Can you help me with this?
Right.
Um,
I was
but
just gonna say that. Also, don't
yeah,
be afraid to ask someone
yeah,
how to work a machine or advice or yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of introverted people that go to the gym, put their headphone on, and don't want to talk to anybody, and I get that. I've been that person,
Yeah.
um, but there's also a lot more people that are just there to share what they know. People love sharing what they know, what they've learned. That's why we're here. Um,
Right.
I, 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 I always feel like it's a disservice for me to not tell people what I know, what I've learned, the obstacles I've overcome, and people just assume that I'm as an athlete. People just assume that it's easy for me to stay fit. People assume that it's easy for me to get my workouts in, and they don't know where I've been. We don't know where anybody's been, and so it's important for us to understand that, yeah, you're there for yourself, and good for you. Be proud of yourself, and take pride in each one of the wins that you get.
Yep.
So for sure,
Yeah, totally.
good deal. So let's talk a little bit about business. You and I are both promoters for innovative nutrition, and we're talking about marching forth. What's your goal moving forward? As people get to know you in this environment here, what's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal customer?
Um, I just want to help everyone because
Yeah.
like I said, I had that mindset change. Like, I just, it's embedded in my brain now that like I get to get up, I get to
Mhm.
move. So helping others kind of have that mindset change would be huge, um, and help them understand that it gets easier
Yeah.
and it I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know, just helping and mindset, mental, physical, everything. Just
Yeah.
helping.
And so,
I have so
and
much
I,
to give.
and I realize that was a bit of a blindsided question,
Yeah.
but it also
It's all
leads into another one. The other one is, when you and I were chatting about you joining me here, you told me a little bit about what you're working towards and what your goals are fitness wise and what you're doing nutrition wise. And so share with everybody what you're doing there because it's huge. I'm excited for you because
good.
just full disclosure, folks. I've known Hampton's family since she was 3. I think I met Hampton when she was 5, and so it's very much of a hard not to have like kind of a parent type proud moment when I hear her talking about something so
Right,
positive.
thank
So,
you.
uh,
I appreciate
so
it.
let's hear about it. Yeah,
About halfway through with I've been halfway through. I need to get my stuff together, but my nutrition course. So, being a certified nutrition coach. And then I think, work for my personal training certificate as well. Just to have that and be able to help people even more.
yeah,
Um, and I know a lot of the stuff now, but to have that certificate would be huge, in movement and innovative and all the
yeah,
things. So
100%. No, and I'm excited for that for you. And so,
thank
I'm here for support. Anything you need, you
thanks.
let me know. I just want to help. So
Yeah, I think
it
like
goes right back
I
to that.
yeah, I grew a lot. I go to a club here, and there's a lot of group classes. And like I said, I had a baby, and getting back to the gym was tough. So going to those group classes and having people that were in the same position or are in the same position that I was in really helped. And having people that understand how it feels to restart,
Yeah.
like,
No,
completely.
that's
It's
huge.
yeah, so but other than the certifications, I think I'm gonna work towards a half marathon in August,
Let's go.
maybe. So we'll see. I got a triathlon in June. We'll do that.
Yeah.
I did that last year, and then my big goal is half marathon. And to be honest, I played soccer my whole life, but I do not like running.
That's that just seems so
I
that
know,
doesn't add up. Like what
I
is
know,
that?
but soccer, you there, it's a game,
Yeah.
and running is it's big mental. And
Yeah.
that's like, I'm trying to really, mindset change. Again, back to the same thing. Having a goal that really challenges me is really exciting. So, half
For sure.
marathon, maybe a marathon next year. We'll see. Just to say I did it.
Yeah. Well, I am. I signed up last week for a half marathon. In I think it's in July or August too. I did it
Okay.
last year, but it's the B&O half, and so it's a net negative grade. So it's mainly all just slightly downhill. And I did
Okay.
it last year, but they had an abbreviated course or an adjusted course, and it turned around and went back up for the
Oh,
last 2 miles. And I'm like, no, that's not how this was supposed to go.
yes.
So, but with that, I hit a PR for my half marathon. And so I'm thinking that if it's all downhill, boom, it's grounds
Yep.
for a new PR. So
Right.
why
Yeah.
would I not? So,
So how many halves are you on?
I think this one will be my fourth or fifth.
Okay.
I can't
Yeah.
remember, but yeah, I did well. So when I say I'm competitive, one year I did a half and I didn't finish under 3 hours, and that was my goal. So I signed up for another one 2 weeks later and went and finished it in 2 hours and 59 minutes. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
because I failed,
Yes.
I didn't fail, but in my mind I failed,
Yourself.
so, and I got it done. So, it felt good. And it's the first one I had ever ran by myself. It's still the only one that I ever ran by myself. And when I say by myself, I run by myself, but also when you go with other people and you know that they're there, they're either going to be at the finish line or they'll meet you at the finish line. It's huge. It's big to have,
Yeah.
a support team. And that, that it means a lot. And so, but running by myself was kind of a different one. But it was more of a this. I'm not so sure that this is a smart decision, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, and I achieved the goal that I set to do. So
Yeah.
it was good.
And that was a challenge to
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah. That's
exactly. So
awesome. Yeah, we'll see. I did a 10K last August, but it was like a trail run, so it was
uh-huh.
very hilly.
Oh
It
yeah,
on grass. It was really tough. And I actually ran it with a couple girls who have done marathons, and they were like, they said it was so hard because the
cool.
terrain was just. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping that a half marathon, I know it's going to be tough, but doing the 6 miles in that condition and going to a half in on flat, hopefully it'll be a little bit easier than I'm expecting, I guess.
yeah. Well, and yeah, and I'll definitely want to talk more about all of that in maybe a forthcoming episode because we obviously both have lots of goals and different
Yep.
ways to go. You've got ways to go. Some of my goals are to take a step back, but it's hard. It's realizing you're getting old, but my body doesn't function the same way. But again, we could probably talk a full hour about that one. So
Right. Yep.
um, for that for a later discussion. Um, for right now, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Did you have anything else you wanted to touch base on before we wrap up here?
No, I'm good. I'm excited to be a host for Monday Movement.
Good deal. I'm excited to have you, and I'm grateful that you volunteered to join me here. And I love the energy already.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to big things. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge.
Wrapping up Movement Monday here with hosts me, Ray Reyes, and Hampton McCullough. We are both promoters for Innovative Posh, and so we have a line of vitamins and supplements that help aid with your movement, aid with your exercise, and help you achieve those goals. Please reach out to either one of us if that's any interest of yours. We'd love to get you some more information. We do have some products that we can sample, so we can possibly send you a sample as well. Um, we do this every Monday. Come in live, talk about movement and how that benefits our life and how supplementation helps to couple with our movement to get us to that next level. Um, for now, we will sign off for today. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day, everyone.
Drink your water. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes.